Yeah, I'm gonna get
in the
straight to it.
NBA can do this.
But I ain't gonna lie, the Houston Rockets might be unstoppable. But I ain't gonna lie, I think the Houston Rockets might make it far like the second and third round. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, next year they're finna be unstoppable. I promise you, next season they might be the best team in their standings, if you know what I mean. That's what I think. But the Houston Rockets are a cranium monster. Literally. Pretty
Actually,
clean.
here's a better question. How many point guards can do this?
Crossover, strike, dunk for a man.
And he's just a rookie. But the small things he gonna do for this team that is gonna be unguardable.
Thompson.
We all know who the top 3 picks in last year's draft were. They were pretty much the only picks people covered, and 2 of those 3 guys look really good. But you know who else looks really good? The number 4 overall pick. Because what Amen Thompson can do on a basketball court is not normal. That includes plays like this, where he blocks Kevin Durant's jumper from behind
that was
before
crazy.
then leaking out and throwing it down. Or how about this breakneck speed in transition, where he just attacks Kispert with a little in and out dribble before then throwing
Get off
it down.
me.
Hold up, let's just watch that back in full speed.
Get off me.
Yes, he's that quick. And the stats are starting to match up with the eye test, because over his last 6 games, Amen is
And you know what's
averaging...
crazy? They didn't even play college basketball. That's the most crazy thing. They didn't even play college. I don't think they play even college basketball. I think they play for OTE. That's the most crazy shit. And bro, they really got drafted for not even playing college basketball. And both the twins doing really good. Really good.
16 points, 8 boards, and 2 assists to go along with a block and a steal, all the whilst being a plus 88 in those
As a
6
rookie,
games. And this has included some monster performances, including one against the Wizards. Yes, the Wizards. Just look at him on this
Wizards
play
not
run,
even
a
that
pick
good,
and roll
so...
with Fred VanVleet. And once he gets the ball in the pocket, his creativity just takes over as he steps around Kispert and then throws a wild reverse layup off the backboard. Or how about this?
I ain't gonna lie, he kind of remind me of Russell Westbrook, but taller. He's like a playmaker type of build, if you know what I mean.
Play in the pick and roll, where Amen sets the screen, gets to the middle of the floor, and is able to hang and finish.
Bro, like, look,
I want
bro,
you guys
like,
to watch that.
Bro, like, look at him.
Screen, gets to the middle of the floor.
You see, he touched him and he looked away. Like, what are you doing? Play some defense at least. Bruh, I'm a bad hooping at all this back in my day.
And is able to
But they didn't have the cameras on, so yeah.
hang and finish. Now I want you guys to watch that play again, but look at it from this angle. Yes, in midair, Amen was able to fake out the defender on the roll to the basket. He can also mix in this finesse and
I ain't gonna
creativity
lie.
with an ability.
I thought he was gonna pass right there and then like let his player shoot the 3, but that was a cool ass playmaking ability.
To just do this.
And play pocket.
That is a point
That is a
guard
monster,
or a point
bro.
forward, whatever you want to call it, throwing down a 2-handed dunk with his head damn near at the rim on a pick and roll. And that play right there, in fact, any of the plays I just showed you is the reason prior to his first game in the NBA.
So that's how they're growing so fast. They're hiring freelancers. Look what they're doing with AI experts.
An NBA scout said this: you put a man on the floor and he might be the best athlete, great passing and playing in transition. He rebounds, he defends. And nothing he said was wrong, because he can do everything on the floor. And this play right here encapsulates all of that. Watch here as Christie goes for the fadeaway. Amen skies over the top of Wood to grab the board. He then brings the ball up, slows his dribble down, before then attacking D'Lo, drawing the help defender, and then having the ability to hang before wrapping the pass around to Whitmore. And that's
how did he make that pass?
of Wood to grab slows his dribble down before then attacking
look right here,
D'Lo.
boom. I think I'll go slow motion for you. Wait, hold on. Look. Boom.
drawing
Boom.
the help
How, alright,
defender.
how did he see him right here? Like how? Bro, and he's jumping mid-air. So look, if he's jumping mid-air, he got think fast. Alright, he could pass it to him and that would be easy pass. But now he passed it all the way right here. And look, if I was a defender, like if it would went right there, it would be a steal. But luckily he went back right here because he thought it's gonna be out of bounds. Like he thought it's gonna be out of bounds. So he went back here, passed it right here. But smart making ability, and I did not know how he made that pass. And that was a perfect spiral to him, to number 7, and he hit the 3. And shit was that shit was wet like water.
To hang before wrapping
Oh,
the
look.
pass around
Clean.
to Whitmore.
Clean.
And that's the most intriguing part of a man's game. Just how great can his playmaking be? Because his ability to put
And this is
pressure
why Jalen Green and the Thompson twins are killing it right now.
on the rim, paired with high IQ and just really good passing instincts, makes for such interesting upside. Just look at this play where he runs the give and go with Bullock. He then uses his straight line speed to get on the outside of Pirtle, which causes the defense to collapse, and he's so athletic that he can leave his feet and decide what he wants to do whilst levitating in midair.
3.
Or how about another two-way play where this time he comes from behind to block Shea's shot at the rim, grabbing the ball, pushing the pace.
Now blocking Shea, and Shea is killing off this season too. So, bro, I ain't gonna lie, this season has been crazy though.
Before finding Whitmore in transition for the bucket. This is one thing you'll notice very quickly when watching Amen Thompson. He's going to give you even more energy on defense than he does on offense. Ime Udoka even said this about him: I coached somebody, Ben Simmons, who had similar traits as far as size and ability to push the pace and find guys and finish. There are some similarities there. Now, I know Ben Simmons' reputation is about as low as humanly possible right now, but let's not forget, he was a 3-time All-Star before he turned 24. If we are just talking about talent, being compared to Ben Simmons is huge, because everything we've seen and heard about Amen suggests he has the right mentality to turn that talent into consistent production on both ends of the floor. And defensively, he's already doing exactly that. Because look here against Halliburton, where he's on an island 40 feet from the basket. Hallie gets a little step on him, but Amen is able to recover before blocking his shot. And just look at the genius from him here to tap the ball off Hallie whilst he's falling out of bounds. Or this play,
That's
which
smart.
is just insane. He's one-on-one against Jalen Williams. Williams creates some initial separation with a burst of speed, and even with Williams adjusting in midair on the shot, Amen also adjusts, hanging and then swiping down to get the block.
How did he
Now these are the
block
kind
that?
of plays that'll show up on the highlight reels, but it's his defensive IQ that is scarily good. Just like here where he's guarding Dunn out top, who gives it to Olynyk in the post, and Amen recognizes
He basically played like a log. If you play NBA 2K, he basically play like a log, but his blocking ability is crazy.
Clarkson is cutting back door, so he turns and is able to then block Clarkson's shot at the rim. Or how about on this play, where he's forced to switch on to Naismith with Siakam setting the screen, before Turner sets another screen, which Amen sidesteps before blocking the three-point shot. It's rare where a player with so much talent and athleticism also has the IQ and work ethic to stay consistently locked in on defense at such a young age. And let's get one thing straight, he's going to make a lot of all defensive teams in his career. And everyone wants to talk about his shooting, and if he'll be able to develop a jump shot. Now don't get me wrong, that would be nice, but I'm more focused on just how good he can be attacking attacking the rim, because there are plenty of guys in the league that aren't great shooters who can simply score because they're so impossible to stop going downhill. Amen isn't there yet, but there are flashes of him being an elite finisher at the rim. Just look at him on this play where he gets the handoff from Jeff Green, and I can't even comprehend what he does on that first move before then hitting a
he's a
filthy euro
playmaker.
and casually
He's
laying
literally
it
a
in.
playmaker.
He has this freakish ability to go from bringing the ball
He
below
gon-
his knees
he
to
basically
then
gonna do his
rising
job,
up for a
though.
layup or a dunk. And this is what separates great athletes from just extraterrestrial level athletes like Amen. They can reach peak speed or peak force quicker than anyone else, and as you'd expect, that makes them incredibly difficult to defend. The next step for him is consistently making plays like this, where Jeff Green sets the screen out top. Amen crosses right, and with Smith doing a good job to hang with him, he uses his body to create separation before laying it in. Generally, he's going to be too quick for most defenders, but also having the ability to finish through contact using his 6'6" athletic frame, or even just draw contact, could be the difference between him being an okay scorer and potentially a really dangerous one. There are also other ways to impact the game as a scorer when you can't shoot or don't have the ball in your hands. Think of a guy like Aaron Gordon, who really thrives in that dunker spot, and despite not being nearly as big as AG, Amen has shown the ability to consistently find space in the dunker spot, and he has that Zion-like quick bounce where the second he receives that pass, it doesn't matter where he's facing, he can throw it down in any direction. Whatever he might currently lack in shooting touch, he also makes up for with high basketball IQ and an ability to pop up in the right spot at the right time. Like on this play where he sees Green getting into his pull-up jumper, so he comes from baseline to crash the board, adjusting in midair
over
and putting
JT.
it back in.
Over
If
JT.
Victor Wembanyama wasn't drafted this year, we would probably be looking at the most unique player in this year's draft, and the potential he has is just scarily high. Now, if you did make it
That's
all the way
true.
to the end of the video, dropping a like would be much appreciated. Subscribe to the channel for more content.
Bro, both of the bros are doing really good this season.
Yeah, she like to say my name, she had like the tone. Feel like Babylon, like back of time, not the future. In this bitch, I pass that boy some misery. With that nigga, like the roach, recipe.